Hey everyone, it's Idiol here, and today I'm going to be starting a new series on my channel called Tips from YouTubers. And basically how this is going to work is I'm going to be collabing with different YouTubers in the community to bring you some tips and let them elaborate on some of the tips that they use to be good at PvP or how they were able to get good at PvP in the first place. The YouTubers showcased in this video are going to be Advisor, Idiol, and Zeynah, all their channels down in the description. And I would really appreciate if you checked out their channel or leave a quick comment on one of their videos telling them that you came from this video. My end goal with the series is to reach out to all the creators that you guys want to hear tips from, so make sure to comment who you want to see next. And I'd also like to have different themes for the series as well, so you can have videos like tips from Rank Scours YouTubers or tips from Bed Wars YouTubers. If you guys like this idea, please let me know in the comments so I can try to reach out to as many creators as possible. But with that being said, let's get straight into the video.
Alright, yo, what is poppin' everybody? It is your boy Advisor here. So, for my tip of the Intel i7 video is going to be S-tapping. Not like specifically S-tapping though. It's basically just like keeping distance from your opponent so you can combo them for longer and essentially just get more hits in fights. As you guys can see in this clip right here, I'm literally just, as you can see, like, just look at my keystrokes. So I'm keeping my distance from my opponent, as you guys can see. And like in doing that, you're literally getting way more hits. As you can see, I'm literally S-tapping and I just keep comboing this guy. I'm going to show you a few more examples too. So in this one, I wasn't comboing him like ridiculously hard. I just like clipped this because it was my movement. As you guys can see, I'm like just going back and forth using W tapping. And like I think this part is the best part where I go from like left to right, left to right. Like I'm getting way more hits and he's like I'm winning trades. A common misconception about W tapping and S tapping is the fact of it just resetting the sprint. I think the point of W tapping and S tapping is literally just so you can like keep distance within your opponent, so you can just keep hitting them and they can't hit you. Remember, you keep going back into their hit range and then going back out of it by using W tapping and S tapping. It's not just so you give them more KB, it's so you can keep going back and forth out of their hit range. Because you keep entering and then leaving their hit range, so that's generally just how you combo someone, is leaving and entering their hit range. And to do that, you just have to space yourself out by using S tapping and W tapping like I've shown in the clips here. Hope you guys enjoyed my little segment. Make sure you subscribe to Intel i7, and if you want, visit me down in the description, and yeah, have a blessed one.
Okay, so I'm not quite sure how this is gonna go, but I'm gonna public this on my channel, and Intel is gonna put it in a compilation, I think, of like a bunch of other YouTubers talking about this. But so it's just like a PvP tips type of video. And I just want to start off by saying, like, one thing people don't understand, they think Minecraft's a simple game. They think you just hold W and you click and then that's 1v1s, but it really isn't. Like, if you look at a bunch of players like Marcel, he doesn't click extremely fast, so it's not CPS based and he's still a really good player. But there is actually a skill gap in Minecraft. Okay, one thing I didn't really show in the first clip was like how good block hitting really is. Now, I'm gonna get him to just hit me. Just hit me. I'm gonna block my sword until I need to double splash. Yeah. Look how much times I can get hit while blocking my sword. It's not just damage either that it stops. You can take less KB and give more KB when you block it when you're hitting people, because it's the same as like resetting your sprint when you hit someone. It's when you block it. I'm not trying to clip him. I'm trying to make a video explaining like pearls and stuff. If you pearl correctly, like, you need to at least get 2 hits back if you throw a pearl on someone, in my opinion. Because if you don't, then you're taking damage for no reason, and you're just losing. Like there, he didn't get 2 hits on me. There's a skill gap. There's stuff that matters, like block hitting, W tapping, and pearling. Like, that's essentially what this is. There's not like a formula. There's not like a you need to block it when you need to block it at this point. You don't need to W tap at this point. It's just like it's when you feel like it's right. Like, you don't go into a fight and just go like that, right? That's not what W tapping is. If someone turns around to pot, right, and then they turn back at you, you'll straight W tap and try to block at them to try and make them take as much KB as you can possibly do, and you most likely get a combo at that point. That's one given point where you're supposed to do it, in my opinion. Anyway, peace.
So now that you watched that, I'm gonna try to go through it and try to explain like what's going on in the whole video. So basically at the start I put Swagging Sheep, which a bunch of old players know from a while back, and he was like pretty crazy at debuff. He would rarely ever miss anything, which is kind of why I put stuff at the start. So this is like something you should be doing, what he's doing. So obviously the first couple clips, he gets hit and he flies away, because this is what KB used to be like, you know, like he gets hit once and he flew away, right? But he chucks a debuff as he gets hit away, so people who are trying to combo him, like, they run into it, you know what I mean? He got perfectly 33'd right there. Yeah, most of the clips are just him getting hit once or twice, then he just throws them. And then this is him comboing Snoopy, right? And then he just chucks the debuff at him. I don't think it was a perfect 33 as it landed on the ground, but that's something you also should be doing. Just try to combo someone and then hit them with a debuff. So yeah, that's essentially the first couple clips. This is a clip from DJ against Dude or Stimpy. So basically what happens in here, he pearls away from the slowness because he could somewhat first like see it coming. It's usually like a reflex. You can sometimes read like what someone does and you can just, you know, anticipate what's gonna happen. You can just pearl away from it. This is my clip, but basically what I did here, I debuffed this dude. I pearled away as I started hitting him again, because most of the time when you debuff someone at the start of the fight, they're going to try to debuff you as soon as possible, you know, to kind of even the odds. So I kind of read that because this guy was on leaderboards for no debuff, so I just assumed he wouldn't really know what he's doing when he's queuing debuff, so I just dodged that really easily. Kind of same thing with this dude. Sometimes in the middle of the fight, after they've been debuffed, they're going to try to debuff you as well. So I kind of read that and I pearled. It wasn't like an instinct pearl. I was pretty sure he was going to debuff there. It's like an old video though, but I had the fight uploaded for a while. Sometimes I chuck both debuffs at the same time. Sometimes I do it one at a time. It's important to like keep changing what you're doing so people can't really read you and can't learn your patterns and what you're doing in debuff.
Alrighty guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Once again, make sure to check out their channels in the description below and also leave a comment on who you'd like to see next. As usual, thank you guys for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video.